seeing more people that look like me. I'm like, these other black people with like mental, you know, issues like me, with anxiety and depression, that's taking medication and doing just fine. I don't know, it's just inspiring to hear from others.
It's time to boss up. Fix your credit, girl, get at it, get your bag up. Hit that gym and get back fine.
Hey cousins, it's Rina and welcome back to my anxiety filled life. If you have been watching my videos for a while, welcome back and thank you for coming back for another video. If this is the first time you're seeing my lovely face, welcome. You might like it here, so I don't know. If you subscribe, that's up to you. No pressure. Much pressure, but not really. Wink wink. Corny as hell. Today we're gonna be talking about my favorite topic, mental health. What is there to say? Where do I even start? If you haven't seen my previous videos about my mental health, here's some. I'll put a little link right here. But basically, I have anxiety and depression. Like, who does that at this point, right? But no, I was diagnosed by my previous therapist and the previous therapist before that and before that. So I'm trying to find my fourth therapist now. The last one didn't work out, so my insurance no longer covered telehealth sessions, because you know, throughout the pandemic for about 2 years, all the therapists were able to switch to online therapy so that you didn't have to come in person. Everybody was safe and you were able to video chat and have your sessions. They no longer do that. They're like, oh, we're safe, COVID's over, even though it's not. People are still getting COVID. Like, literally, I know somebody who just got COVID like 2-3 weeks ago. But I guess it's not as prevalent because everybody's, well, most people are vaccinated up, but it is what it is. People still catching COVID. But since that policy changed, I was getting charged, and I did not know. I didn't know I was getting bills for that stuff. The only person who had clued me in that I might be getting charged was my nutritionist, Manisha. And I freaking love her. I adore her. I wish I was still with her, but I just couldn't afford all these extra payments, like on top of all the stuff that I was doing, like nah. So yeah, so I don't have a nutritionist anymore, and I don't have a therapist. At one point they were telling me that I had owed money, and I was like, owed money for what? You gotta even tell me I was being charged. And then the bill was inconsistent, and then they was telling me that I had late fee charges or something like that, for being late to sessions. And I was like, I was probably late once, and then I might have canceled twice, but you know, they've canceled before. No grace for me. And I'm like, so we're both human, but I'm getting charged when you cancel appointments late, but when I do, I get charged. I think it was like $50 or something. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so anywho, there was that whole thing. So I just left that practice altogether, and I left them a bad review, because like, y'all were good up until that point. As soon as, I swear, as soon as money gets involved, people just start acting different. But it is what it is. So they say I owe them like maybe $200 or something like that. I am not paying that until they can give me a real, like, what you call it, a real bill of like what I owe. Because what they say I owe, I don't believe it. I think it's way less. I think they're just upcharging. And then they added late fees on top of it. I did not know I had a bill to begin with, so I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so I've been on the search for a new therapist. I haven't been in therapy for 3 to 4 months, and I've also been off medication for 3 to 4 months. So how has life been? I noticed that I'm more irritable. I get a little bit more snappy at times. My sleep is trash. Basura. It's very rare that I get really good sleep, like 7 to 8 hours. Most of the time I'm having like 5 to 6 hours. Like, my anxiety is just too much, man. I be up just thinking, I was like, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. Lately I've been going to sleep like really late. There was a time, or let me say, I've been going to sleep like maybe 10, 11, 12, sometimes 1, which sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much because I have to wake up at 5:45 every single morning to go to work. But the only time where I was like getting really good sleep was when daylight savings happened and it started getting darker earlier. So like my brain would be like, oh, it's dark, oh, it's time to go to sleep. And I was going to sleep like 6, 7, like early. I would come home from the gym, shower, go to bed. But yeah, so that's what I had to deal with. Not the best, but my mental health right now, I would say, is kind of trash. My boyfriend has been very supportive throughout this. And I've been using every resource possible to try to find a new therapist. If y'all don't know, like, there's therapy for black girls, therapy for men, for people who are men, or identify as male, I should say. I looked on psychology.com, ZocDoc. I can't remember what else. The problem is that not every therapist accepts my insurance. So what was suggested to me by a therapist that I reached out to is to reach out to my primary care doctor, because they can prescribe medication. So I would have to find a separate therapist that can take my insurance, and then my primary care doctor, who may or may not be able to prescribe medication. So I gotta see him and see if he could prescribe me something. The last thing I was on Lexapro. I was taking 10 milligrams, and then trazodone. I think I was on 50 milligrams, if I remember correctly. I think I was on 50. And that was fine. Like, I didn't have to go up or anything. I was fine. But yeah, so no medication. I didn't go back to ZQL. I've been just trying to, like, turn off devices before I go to sleep, go to the gym to help me get tired. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it makes me more active. I don't know what it is. Try to take hot baths, try to make myself sleepy. I still have my weighted blanket. I have my body pillow. Like, I have all the tools that will help me create an environment to sleep, but my brain still runs at 1,000,000 words per minute, and it's just like, bro, I just want to sleep. And how has that affected my life? A lot. Because one, I can't wake up on time. I'm supposed to be up by 5:45 so I can be in the shower. Like, I have alarms set, like 5:45, wake up. 6 o'clock, be in the shower, brush your teeth, when to get dressed, blah, blah, blah. I need to be out the house by 6:20, 6:30 the latest to catch the train, because I gotta walk from my house to the train station, take the train to the other train, and then go to work. That has not been happening. For the past 2 weeks, I've been taking Ubers, which is really bad. Because I like to get my walk in the morning to kind of wake me up. I've been taking Ubers because I can't get up in time, so I'll end up actually getting out of bed at 6. Finally, like, after 10-15 minutes, finally getting in the shower, brushing my teeth, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oof, it's 6:20, 6:25. I'm not even dressed. So, that sucks. So, I have not been sleeping. Plus, I go out a lot, too. So, that's the only time, like, if I'm doing a lot of activity, or I'm out with friends and I'm drinking, I'll fall asleep, and no problem. But besides that, no. Like, on a weekday, my solace is that I work from home once a week. So the days before I work from home, I usually try to get as much sleep as possible, because I don't have to start working until 7:30 in the morning. So I can sleep in, which is even better. But that's like my only solace, weekends and my work from home days. But I'm doing my best. Mentally, I think I've been doing pretty fine. There are some stressors, like my job. Like, everything's good at my job. It's just like the project I'm working on, it's very stressful, because like there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of people I have to interact with, deadlines I have to meet. So like any other job, so it's scary at times, but I push through. I think I do a pretty good job at what I do. Money was a stressor for a while, but you know, that's getting back on track. My relationship has never been a stressor. It's been a place of peace. I would say, like, my boyfriend is definitely like my solace. Whenever I'm feeling bad, he's right there to pick me back up, and I do the same for him. So it's nice having a partner who is very encouraging and doesn't add stress to my life, because I told him from the get-go, I was like, I already got stress in my life, I don't need any additional, and he has been consistently a big support in my life. So kudos to him. If you're watching, thank you, babe. He probably is. I don't know why I'm saying, like, are you watching? Like, I know he's gonna watch. But yeah, so it's just finding a new therapist. And you can find a psychotherapist, like, they do therapy and prescribe medication, but I haven't found any psychotherapists that are within my network, and I'm not trying to get charged. So there's that. But I'm working on it. I promise I'm working on it. I've literally reached out to I think 4 therapists this week. Only 2 have got back to me. One suggested going to my primary care doctor, which I never thought about. I was like, I didn't know they can prescribe like anxiety and depression medication. I didn't know that. I thought it just had to be like vitamins and stuff. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm hoping for better. Honestly, I really am. But I really want to get everything together. I have so many things that I'm working on that I want to be in place. Oh my gosh. What else was a stressor this year? Oh, this whole Airbnb situation. Oh my gosh. So I was trying to make more money by creating a side hustle by Airbnb one of my grandmother's empty apartments. That was the whole thing. That stressed me out for like probably a month. I don't know if y'all want to hit a story time on that. If y'all do, tell me in the comment section. I'll create a story time. I'll probably do like a twist and talk about the situation. But it's like I was over it for a while and then I kept getting triggered. Speaking of triggers, I get triggered by my old relationship situation all the time. Like, you know, whatever he's doing in his life, I haven't spoken to him in 2 years, so I don't know what's going on with him. There's certain things that come up on social media that trigger me, and I'm just like, damn, I was there, like, and then it pisses me off, and I'm like, this is why I need to go back to therapy, because I want to get to a place where those things don't trigger me. Like, it's been 2 years, and I'm still triggered by this stuff. Like, why? I don't like that. So especially when I'm in a good place in my relationship and I don't want it to affect my relationship, and it doesn't, but I don't want it to seep in, you know what I mean? So I do have a lot more healing to do, but I think I've made great progress over the years. Like, I just need a new space. That's why I want to get my house so bad, because I feel like I need a new environment. I feel so stuck, like very, very stuck. But I'm putting things in place so that I can be unstuck and move forward in the next chapter of my life. Because I feel like everybody, like, I know comparison is the thief of joy, but I feel like everybody's just like passing me, and I'm just like, damn, I want to be like them. Like, I want to have my own place. I want to, you know, have my side hustles. I want to do this, I want to do that, because I have so many like plans for my life, like big dreams. But in order to put them in place, I have to plan, right? And I have the plans in place, but it's hard for me to get in action because of where I am right now. But I'm trying to do the best I can with the resources that I have. I think having a therapist will help me uncloud my thoughts so that I could be more direct about, you know, what plan of attack I need to make and where to start, because I have so many ideas at once. I just want to focus on one thing at a time, so I'm not all over the place. But yeah, that's how my mental is right now. But I will update you guys when I get a new therapist, when I finally get back on meds. Hopefully by the next video when I talk about this, I'm like, yeah, I'm back on meds, because this is ghetto. I'm about to go back to ZQL. I'm really about to go back to ZQL, because ZQL used to knock me out, and I haven't been on it in 2 years, so I feel like it would be effective if I started a low dosage. Because I don't know if y'all, you know, if this is your first time seeing my video, I don't know. But in my older videos, I used to talk about, like, before I was on medication, I was taking a ZQL every single day to fall asleep. And I had to keep upping the dosage. Like, I started with half a cap, then eventually, like, a year later, I had to do a whole cap, then a cap and a half, then 2 caps. And I was like, bro, how much ZQL are you going to have to drink every night to fall asleep? It was a little bit ridiculous. And my body started building a tolerance. But since it's been 2 years, I think I should be fine. But I'm trying to avoid using ZQL so I don't have a dependence on it. And you might say, oh, maybe you have a dependence on your medication. That might be possible. I heard that was a side effect, like you could be dependent. Because I remember at one point my psychotherapist previously, she wanted to taper me off so that I could see like if I could operate without it. But I had cut cold turkey because I just ran out of meds, and you're not supposed to do that. So, yeah. But I learned my lesson. But yeah, that's all I have to talk about. Like, you know, share your experience in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. Like, I didn't expect that first video I made about like my Lexapro and Trazodone, I did not expect that video to blow up. I think it's like at 8,000, and I love seeing your comments and stuff like that and your experience with this medication. And I like seeing more people that look like me. I'm like, oh, these other black people with like mental, you know, issues like me with anxiety and depression that's taking medication and doing just fine. I don't know, it's just inspiring to hear from others. So yeah, and, you know, our community, we don't talk about mental health like that. We getting better though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We getting better. We getting better, because I can see it. My generation and Generation Z, yeah, we're definitely doing better than our previous generations. We're more vulnerable. We're more open to therapy and its effects. Yeah, so I think we're gonna be all right. But thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, you know, be safe, be well, spend wisely, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Young, broken, independent, not broken, not quitting, I'ma get it. Even though I still struggle, I'm sufficient. Like what's up, aiming how it's business. Believe me, it's finna happen. They call them detours, we call it passion. How many no's you receive? I just stopped counting. So why you still doing it? I'ma cash in the fountain. See this dream dance between my ear canal, lives inside my heart like a future child. Possess the wisdom in between my smile. The world gotta see me, it may take a while. That's okay, it's prepared for. Played a lot of shows I had to pay for. Define the crowd, me, myself, and I, and the DJ and my homeboys. Good things take some time, I'm like, ooh yeah. Patience is a virtue when I'm moving. Looking at my life, it's a movie. Lot of ups and downs, I'm sticking to it. I got the sauce, I got the drip.